Hello, welcome to another live broadcast of Master Investors Company. Today we're going to be learning about the 9 lessons to know about financial education. Head over our website at www.masterinvestor.education to learn more about financial education and take your financial life to the next level. Also, you can get our latest ebook, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On. If you like to start making passive income using the internet, you can do it from anywhere where you reside today. All you need is a laptop and an internet connection, and you can start building passive income, which that type of income is what we encourage everyone in our community to do because it provides freedom, it builds true wealth, and allows us to pursue our passions and take control over our life and future. So today's blog is going to be about 9 lessons that I drafted in here. And I also going to leave the link below on the description so that you can head over to our blog if you like to read it. Make sure you hit us with the like button. And also if you have any comments or questions, drop them below in the comment section and we're going to come back and answer those for you. If you're new to our channel, thank you for your time, and make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications so that you can get notified every time we come live. We're doing this every week, and we're going to continue to provide financial education to you so that you can improve your financial well-being. Our mission here at Master Investor is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple with investment opportunities that can help you produce passive income and wealth. Okay, so the 9 lessons that I want to talk about today on this valuable video, and by the end of the video, I want you to take them with you and applying to your life. Remember, taking the knowledge that you are getting right now plus the application, it becomes truly powerful. The application or you doing anything about it is just knowledge. And again, we need to start taking massive action because when we acquire great information, we can really change our life. But as long as we provide from our part, we need to take action. So we need to follow through with everything that we are learning every single day and take small steps. But as long as we're moving forward, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to learn from what we're doing every day, but we need to get some feedback. And the only way to get feedback is by actually doing something. Okay, so don't get paralyzed. Make sure you take massive action. We have a lot of resources on our website. You can head over there to the investor tab and you can start building your email list. You can start selling other people's products if you don't have time to build your products. You're welcome to check out our website and create an account. Make sure you go over there once you're done with this video and make out a plan. Once you're done watching this video, you can actually take baby steps every day from the 9 lessons that you're going to learn today. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the 9 lessons that you need to know about financial education. So from learning to read personal financial statements to understanding good versus bad debt, this 9-step guide is the blog or video course we all have been waiting for to watch it or read. If you went to school in the United States, chances are you never received a financial education. Sure, we learned some math and maybe even few basic skills about how to balance a checkbook. But those concepts are just the tip of the iceberg. And far too many adults never bothered to explore the enormous mass of frozen financial education found underneath the water. The wealthy are living proof that financial education is one of the most important life skills you can have. Without, how do we learn about using a credit card properly? Reading this entire blog can help you definitely take your financial life to the next level. So how is financial education important? The wealthy are living proof that financial education is the most important life skill you can have. Without, how do you learn about using a credit card properly, right? So how do you learn how to create a budget? How do you learn how to invest in the stock market? How do you become a real estate investor? How do you manage a retirement account? These basic life lessons simply don't exist in our school system. In fact, our government has failed generations of students when it comes to getting the financial education necessary for them to succeed in life. Maybe it is by design to keep the masses working for corporations and in debt up to their eyeballs with bad debt. See lesson 4 below. We're going to be speaking about it. Maybe they are aware of the mess, but don't know how to change the curriculum accordingly. Or maybe it is a massive oversight, but that sure seems unlikely given the attention it receives. According to the survey of the states, a comprehensive look into K-12 economic and financial education conducted by the Council for Economic Education as of 2020, only 21 states require high school students to take course in personal finance, and only 25 states require high school students to take a course in economics. You don't need a higher education to see that that's a failing grade. Where to get a financial education as an adult is an imperative you take the matters into your own hands and teach yourself these topics if you ever want to get out of the rat race. If you want to build true wealth, and if you want to reach financial freedom, financial independence, where you don't have to work for a paycheck, where you actually have something that is producing you passive income, whether that's a product on the website that you have that you're passionate about and that is bringing sales to you even while you're sleeping, and you have a system doing the selling and telling for you, or whether it's a small house that is fully rented by Airbnb tenants, and so that's bringing you enough passive income to pay for the mortgage and the expenses of the house, plus leaving you with positive cash flow. Or maybe a commercial real estate property, right? It could be an office building, or it could be a farm, a land, or it could be anything that is put in passive income. It could be a laundry, or it could be a car wash. It doesn't matter which asset class you go to. The important thing is that you're building cash flow, aka passive income. 3 types of income we always talked about: ordinary income, which is earned income, where you exchange your time for money. You work for a company and you get a paycheck. And then you have portfolio income, right? And then you have passive income. And passive income comes from a cash flowing asset that we control in our financial statement on our asset column, okay? And we have 5 different asset classes that we talked about also on our latest blog that we have. It explains that there are 5 asset classes, and true diversification comes when we are successfully diversified in more than one class of assets. In other words, we're not just focusing all of our attention in eggs in one asset class, because that is risky. We have to learn how to diversify correctly so that when the economy crashes, we still are cash flowing from the asset class that is doing well in any type of economy. Remember, we're bringing you the good news and bad news for money, and as much the business principles that work in all economies. True master investors, we learn how to make money in any type of economy. In fact, when the economy crashes and everybody's panicking, we actually see opportunity and we take advantage of what's in front of us, and we turn it into an asset so that it produces passive income even in the worst economies, okay? So very important to have these 9 lessons with you, because it's going to help you thrive in any type of economy, okay? So let's continue here. Where to get a financial education, right? And so you can find us on all platforms at Master Investor. Look for the logo, join our community, and start taking our courses. Go to our digital courses. We have actually the courses right over here on our website, and you can create an account, become a paid partner, and start learning advanced financial education that is going to leverage your passive income to the next level. Even if you're starting from zero, you're going to take our courses and you're going to see a transformation in the way you think, in the way you approach, in the way you invest your money and time. Okay, so the first lesson we're going to talk about is personal financial statement. Remember, we talked about it on our previous video that the foundation of wealth is found in being able to read financial statements and starting with their own financial statement. Even if a person is poor, middle class, or rich, we all have a financial statement. And so it doesn't matter if you have 0 assets or you have 10 assets, we all have a personal financial statement, and then we have our business's financial statements. But our personal financial statement tells us how many companies we control, how many assets we have, how many liabilities, what our expenses, what's our living cost, right, per month, and what types of income are we acquiring every single month. Remember, 3 types of income: ordinary income or earned income, then portfolio income is the second type of income, and then the third type of income is passive income. Many people only know how to work for ordinary income. They go to a job and they get a paycheck. And a lot of times they invest in the stock market, and they invest in mutual funds and 401k, which that creates portfolio income. But a lot of times they don't even get to experience the fruits or the capital gains from those investments onto many years after. And a lot of times they have nothing left because they were giving their money away to salespeople that were investing their money for them, and then they didn't know that they were getting tax on capital gains. They didn't know that they also were getting hit with high fees from those people, investing their money. And so what we encourage here at Master Investors, that you get your financial education under your belt and you start taking control over your money movements, and you start creating your own wealth, and you start creating your own company, and you start investing and making those decisions. And so that you don't have to rely on salespeople or other people that they don't even make a living the way you want to make a living, because they are earning commissions from your money. Okay, so they don't care whether you lose money on that investment or not. As long as you have the money invested in the market, they're earning a commission. And so you always want to ask your mentor, how are they making their money? Are they building passive income? And if the answer is yes, then you want to attach to them, because they're obviously going to take you in the right direction. So financial statements, right? Personal financial statements are very important. And if you go to our first digital course that we have, which is $49.99 at the moment, we have over 500 pages of a PDF that you're going to be able to download and access if you want to on any type of device. You can also just access your back office that we offer to you once you become a paid partner, but you're also going to have the opportunity to download if you go to all courses right here, you're going to have the opportunity to download a complete my personal financial statement requirement, which it will download an Excel financial statement that is blank, and it's going to ask you to plug all the numbers in, and you're going to find out where you are financially today. And that way you can start making some changes if necessary, and start building the type of income that you desire, which hopefully, if you're watching this, you want to start building passive income, which is taxed at the lowest bracket, if any at all. And also it gives us the freedom that we desire, and allows us to pursue our passions and live through our purpose, which is very important. Let me go back to the blog right here. And so lesson 1 is personal financial statements. One of the foundational elements of financial literacy is understanding how to read and understand a personal financial statement. What is a personal financial statement, you ask? It tracks our income, expenses, assets, liabilities, and cash flow. Each of this is crucial to not only understanding your personal financial statement, but they are also a barrier to entry when it comes to any investment opportunities. If you do not understand these concepts, the only way you will succeed in investing is by sheer luck. and how often can that log be repeated. Okay, so right there you'll have the opportunity by joining our course on how to build cash flow with the internet. You'll have the requirement to fill out your financial statement, and you can keep that going every week. You have to visit back your financial statement and see the changes that you're making, etc. It's going to help you tremendously in understanding where you are financially today and how you can build your wealth starting right away. Lesson number 2 is the difference between an asset and liability. We've probably been told that, you know, your house is an asset, but remember, an asset puts money on our pocket whenever we're not working. And an asset is an asset unless it puts money right on our pocket. If it's not, then it's not an asset, even if somebody else calls it an asset. So if you're living at your house and it's not making you money in any way, and you're paying for the mortgage every month, and you have to leave your house to make that mortgage payment to earn that money, then it's not an asset, it's a liability, because it's taking money out of your pocket, even if it's listed as an asset on your asset column wrongly by other people. But remember, an asset puts money on our pocket, liability takes money out of our pocket. So that's why I'm telling you to go ahead and download the first course that we have here, because it's going to allow you to download a personal financial statement that is blank, and it's going to teach you and show you and demonstrate you if your house truly is an asset. Because if it's taking money out of your pocket every month through mortgage, and you're paying for it with your own time and your own paycheck that you're earning from your job, then it's a liability, it's not an asset. So knowing the difference between an asset and liability is very important. And the way we can tell is by determining whether the cash flow is flowing into our income column or is it flowing out our financial statement to somebody else's income column. So if we're paying the bank with our own paycheck, we're going to a job, etc., then it's a liability. It's an asset to the bank. But we can turn that around with financial education. We can turn it into an Airbnb. We can rent it, you know, part of the house, and then now we don't have to work to pay for the rent or for the mortgage. We actually have somebody doing that for us. So the mortgage is being paid on its own, and so it's the bank's asset still, but it's also our asset because it's making us money, because now we have a tenant paying for the mortgage and the expenses of the house, and it's leaving us with positive cash flow. So it depends on the way the cash flow flows. And so that's why it's important to learn how to read your personal financial statement. Okay, so simply define, an asset is anything that puts money in our pocket, while a liability is anything that takes money out of our pocket. Once we learn the true meaning of an asset and liabilities, we can get clever and find ways to turn our liabilities, like I just mentioned, a way for you to do it if you have a house, into assets. Lesson number 3, cash flow versus capital gains. So when we invest any type of capital, we are either getting capital gains or cash flow. Those are the two types of income that we can get from an investment. And a lot of people, the second type of income that exists, right? Portfolio income. The first one is earned income when you have a job. The second one is portfolio income when you have money invested in the stock market, mutual funds. Usually that's capital gains, unless you have advanced strategies that gives you dividends and gives you that cash flow every week or every month. And so through options and other strategies that exist when investing in the stock market, then if it's not giving you that consistency residual income, then it's capital gains. Or when you buy a house for a certain price and then you sell it higher than you purchased the house, that gain right there is capital gains. So knowing the difference between cash flow and capital gains, if you built if you have the same house, but instead of you selling it, you actually rent it, even during bad economies, and the house is providing that cash flow, then it's cash flow. It's not capital gains. So here at Master Investor, we encourage you to focus on assets that produce cash flow. We don't want to necessarily build capital gains because they're taxed at a higher bracket, and we don't want to have the pressure of predicting the market, whether it's going to go up, now we can sell it, or it's going to go down, we should sell it now. And so we want to focus on assets that do well in any type of economy, so we don't have to worry about paying high taxes, and also have the uncertainties of the market, because as an inside investor, aka master investor, we know that the market goes up and down. So many people invest for capital gains. The difference they will earn when they sell their house for more than they owe on it. But that is basically a gamble. Instead, inside investors choose to invest for cash flow, the money we will earn from renters each month after our mortgage and expenses are paid, and enjoy the passive income and real estate domino effect that leads to achieving our financial independence. Lesson 4, the cash flow circle. We allude to this earlier when we mentioned the masses working for corporations. We see the cash flow circle is made up of 4 types of earners: employees, small business or self-employment, big businesses, and inside investors. Okay, the left side of the quadrant of the circle is composed by the employees and the self-employees, as you can see on your screen, and the right side of the circle is business owners and inside investors. And the business owners on the right side master something that the self-employed on the left side lacks, which are systems doing the telling and selling for them, and so that we can depart from the business. A lot of times you'll find lawyers, dentists, accountants, CPAs, and high professionals that earn a lot of money. They have their own firms, but they have to show up every day. A doctor has to show up to see their patients. Unless the doctor masters systems and understands how to create a product that solves more than 20 people's problem per day. And so creating a medicine that solves 1 million people's disease, right? Or a dentist can create a toothpaste, a brand, and now, she or he can sell it in different markets, in supermarkets, Walmart, Publix, and so now it's syndicated throughout the entire country and the world without the dentist or the person being involved in the transaction. So she or he is actually reaching more people because she understands the importance of systems. So on the right side of the circle, the cash flow circle, we find the business owners, the big business owners, and we call it big business owner because we understand systems. We can depart ourselves from the business, and the business continues to make passive income. So it's important to work on our business, not in our business, okay? And an inside investor is someone that knows how to raise capital, how to make cash flow, make more money. So when we have a business that is now created as passive income, then now we can turn that cash flow and move it into another asset. Okay, so we have the eye of an entrepreneur, and we can actually make money work hard for us, and we tell the money to bring us more money and multiply. And so very important to understand what part of the circle, because we all are part of this circle right here, the cash flow circle. Where are you and where you want to make a move? Do you want to stay on the left side of the circle, or do you want to go on the right side of the circle? Okay. Employees are people who rely on paychecks and have no control over their earnings. And while that's the more traditional path, we will argue it's only popular because most people don't have the financial education needed to move to the other side of the quadrant. But once we learn how to redirect ourselves to the right side of the cash flow circle, everything will fall into place. Lesson 5, our wealth number. Regardless of how wealthy we may or may not be, we have a wealth number. If we are making money through passive income, cash flow, right? Passive income is the same thing as cash flow, and bringing in more than we spend each month, then we will have an infinite wealth number. Find out how to calculate your wealth number so you can see the reality of your current situation. Don't worry, it might only sting for a second, but it could be just the kick and the pants you need to make some life changes. And I encourage you to go to our first digital course and get our e-course on how to build cash flow with the internet. Lesson number 6, Seek an expert advice. Choosing the right partners in life, whether marriage or business, will make or break our outcomes. For starters, we want to find the right mentor and coach. Yes, there are two different things. We'll also want to seek out a financial advisor that we can trust. We also have a survey here how to interview financial advisors to ensure they are the real deal before we make a commitment. Remember, it's important to listen to the right people because they control our future. Whoever we're listening to every single day control our future. So important that we give our attention and our money and our time and so forth and invest with the right group of people. Investment is a team sport. So we need to understand that we need to find the right group of people to start building wealth. Lesson number 7, 5 asset classes that we talked about earlier on the blog. Those are, we did a blog on that, just on the 5 asset classes, but I'm going to give them to you right now. The 5 asset classes are paper assets. The second one is commodities. The third one is business. The fourth one are cryptocurrencies. And number 5, real estate. If you're a new person starting out and building your wealth, then start with your own business. Create a business, incorporate, and then begin to learn what it takes to take that business to the next level, get it off the ground. And remember, create something that you can depart from that doesn't require you to be there. We're working on our business, not in our business as an employee. We don't want to have our own job. We want to make sure that we can hire other people and we can have systems doing the telling and selling for us, and we can go and do something else whenever we want to, okay? We don't want to that the business depend on us. We want to make sure that, yeah, we start it and we feed it and then we grow it, but it can make money on its own without us being in there. That's a true asset. So starting out with the business asset class is very crucial, and I suggest you and recommend you that you do that because it's going to teach you many lessons that will be an advantage for your future. So 5 different asset classes. We must learn how to diversify in all of them, because if one is doing bad because of the economy changes, then the other one is doing well because that one is meant to do well in any type of economy. So it's important that we diversify not just in one asset class, but in more than one asset class, okay? But you only need to learn the basics, really. Once you learn the fundamentals of each, most people will find 1 or 2 that really resonate with them and sink their teeth into learning as much as possible about those. This is, for instance, at Master Investor, we are really focused on real estate investing, cryptocurrency, commodities, and not super interested in paper assets, and that is okay. There's no need to spend time on things that don't interest us. And so we also have businesses that we are passionate about. We're building this amazing community here at Master Investor. So we have different things that we have going on, but we are truly diversifying all asset classes. Paper assets, we focus when we are having dividends, and we have strategies that provide us with constant cash flow. We don't care so much about investing into small fraction of a company and then hope that it goes up. We don't like to do that. That's too risky. Lesson number 8, take advantage of financial training. There's no shortage of online or community options for getting some highly targeted education, but of course, we would recommend starting with the classes Master Investors offer. There's a personal finance course called how to create cash flow with the internet. You can find it in here on our all courses section. Lesson number 9, it is normal to make mistakes. It is rare to find a linear path to success. In fact, most successful investor entrepreneurs have at least one major failure under their belt, if not several. I have made some mistakes myself, and we all have, and so it's important that we learn from them quickly, and then we can use what we learn, because that turns into wisdom, to do better the next time. So it's important that we fail forward and we learn from those experiences, but we never give up, and that is all that matters at the end of the day. How we handle setbacks literally dictates our chances of success. Our mistakes don't define us, but how we handle them does. So there we have it. 9 ways to tackle the important task of giving ourselves and your kids a financial education. Don't let this comprehensive list overwhelm you. Simply choose one of these lessons and dig in. They don't have to be done in any particular order, and they don't have to be done quickly. The sooner you start making progress, the sooner you'll be ready to pull the trigger on some changes that will positively impact your future. Get our other ebook, The 10 New Rules of Money, which are very important. You have to be operating with the right manual. The rules of money have changed after 1971. We talk about in all of our live broadcasts, right, that the money was separated from the gold in 1971, August 15, by President Nixon. And the reason why we did that, it was because we were importing so much that we were giving our gold away. If money is attached to the gold, and now we're importing from other countries, we're giving our dollars away, meaning that it's backed up by gold. That means that we're giving our gold away, and that wasn't a smart idea. So we had to separate it, which I think is the best thing that could ever happen for us, because we can actually get rich fast, lightning fast. And with today's technology, we have the speed of light on our favor, and we have debt that we can use to leverage ourselves and create passive income. So we can actually get rich for free legally when we do it correctly. We use debt. Debt is tax free because money is created with debt. Okay, so I'll leave you with that. You can find some of the bonuses right here on our blog. Make sure you leave us a comment. Let us know what you think of this valuable video. And if you have any questions, please drop them below. Glad to be here again on another video, bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. And I will see you on the next live broadcast. Bye for now.